Did Robot House start? And then fast forward, I guess, to when you kind of were like, okay, like it's just Robot House.
Started in April of 2003, but just a few weeks before my son, who's a freshman at OU, was born, and after I'd gotten. Was part of a big layoff from a formerly big agency in town after an unfortunate series of events that led to that. Luckily, I had still have an amazing, wonderful wife who is a badass attorney. And so she had a great job and benefits and allowed me to start my business in our living room, as she was, 8 months pregnant, which was a great benefit because then when she was like,
it's time.
I was like, all right, I was right there, just, hit the ground that, my previous job, I wasn't doing high profile stuff. I hadn't been a member of any clubs or anything. Nobody knew who I was. That year was the hardest $12,000 I've made in my life because I just squeezed every penny out to make it, just a little bit here, a little bit there. And got on at another agency after that first year that lasted about 5.5 years. And then end of 2009 is when I left that agency and really refocused on Robot House as a full-time thing. And at that point, I'd won some awards, got my first couple of humor awards, some other addies, had gotten involved with Ad Club, did some adjunct teaching at Oklahoma Christian. And so that really was where I kind of realized the power of Oklahoma City, the power of us being a big, small town and everybody being 1 degree, separated from everybody else, essentially. Because then I had a network. Then I had, people kind of cheering for me, and so so at this point, that's been over 12 years. I hired a couple of really good buddies of mine, Brett and Adam. It'll be 7 years in June that they joined Robot House. Up until then, it was me and occasionally other friends, doing some design stuff and some other things. But that's where we really became a team and being in our studio here in Off Auto Alley, which was custom built for us by a friend slash attorney slash landlord slash client. Won't go into the Oklahoma City ways that Kyle and I know each other, but that was game changing for us. And we've been, in April, it'll be 6 years that we've been working with COOP. We're their agency of record. And so that's been really gracious to see their growth. They're on a rocket ship right now with Sonic, but everything they've got going on with, the Armory building, which they're finally going to break ground on. So pretty much anything over the last 6 years, like Saturday Siren, and Fly Me Away IPA, their ID series, this past year, Ice Chest, the 99 calorie IPA that's become their number 2 seller, second to the F5, which is their signature, as well as Hook Echo, Lounge Hound Lager, Peach Pageant. So all that stuff we work with a whole bunch of different types of clients. Hideaway Pizza, we've been working with for about 5 years now. We don't really. Essentially, most of our clients are local. They're all cool. We don't work with jerks. That's really our main thing is, are you the right fit for Robot House in terms of what your needs are? And are you not a jerk? I worked with too many jerks in my past lives where I wasn't the boss. I didn't own the place, and I was forced to suffer, which is, again, Catholic. It's, it's good for the soul, right? But doing my own thing, the first time I could say no to something that I knew wasn't going to be the right fit, when I knew I didn't the money wasn't going to be good enough for me to make the, to deal with what that was going
to tolerate doing it.
Yeah. That was like just, so liberating.
Yeah.
No is so liberating when you feel for so long that you have to say yes just to keep things going. So, so we work with all kinds of clients. We have been doing more in craft beer, in packaging. We've got a big craft beer focus right now. We just talked earlier today to Tabby with the Craft Beer Association, Craft Brewers Association, sorry. And we're going to be working on some branding for their Brewers Festival coming up this June.
Yeah.
And honestly, just kind of looking for, for fun stuff. We've had a lot of fun. Sunnyside Diner was a really fun early project for the three of us, and it's been fun to see them grow into 4 locations. Yeah. We just won a gold for Rail Yard Pie Company, which they opened up last year, as well as Taqueria El Camino, which is in the Edmond Rail Yard. Anything you can eat and drink tends to be more fun than...
You're just in the business of wanting free beer and free food, right?
That helps. Yeah. And honestly, it's, it is pretty great when, we go and we actually still need a good coffee client. That's we haven't yet hit that threshold. We will be unveiling the rebrand for a slightly controversial coffee shop in the next couple of months. That will be hitting the news circuit.
Can't wait to see that.
So, but yeah, and that's, kind of some of it is, it's like, that stuff's just fun stuff that you can, you can eat and you can drink and you can experience, that's, we do really cool, fun brands for, elder law firms and things like that. We got a really great one that we're about to launch. And they were great to work with and they were super fun. Their brand's not fun, but they were fun to work with. But they were fun to work with. And we gave them something really top notch and really awesome. And I would work with them again in a heartbeat. They were amazing. But the fun stuff, the packaging, the restaurants, the bars, anything experiential like that, that's the stuff where when I can, and especially I think in the context of Oklahoma City, adding to the iconography of the city. We designed the Pump Bar branding, and they really Ian and Haley, they took it and that was really their vision. We created something with them that really spoke to their vision for that space, and they were so crazy creative just in how they approached everything that it all just fit together. And gosh, that's been I want to say 8 years now that's been open, I think. But just to drive down 23rd and peak up Walker and see that sign. It's cool to, especially when, late 1995, I had a little studio apartment in Heritage East, so the easternmost block of Heritage Hills of 17th Street. $275 a month. It was an amazing, amazing deal at the time because there was nothing to do. There was nothing around, and driving down 23rd Street, and it was all a bunch of boarded up, plasma places and payday lending and the stuff that's restaurants, amazing restaurants now was like closeout hotel furniture,
just crap.
It was awful. It was awful, and so to see the tower lit up, go to shows at Tower, my son and I saw Kamasi, Washington a week and a half before the world shut down, and it was transcendent, and to see, sort of like this, things brought back to life and then new life, and to be a part of that, when you can create something or collaborate with somebody to create something that becomes that part of local culture, that's an honor.